What's good, everybody? It's your boys, Kane and Travis. We are down TJ today, but welcome back to the TKT podcast, the Two Kill Time podcast, your favorite podcast of all podcasts on any podcast streaming platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Anywhere you can hear a podcast, you can hear this Two Kill Time podcast, TKT podcast. Travi, what's up, buddy? We're down TJ this week, but what's up? How's your week? What are you doing? What's going on? My camera's like really low. I'm gonna fix this while you answer this.
Bro, you get better with those intros every time.
I'm trying to make it longer every time.
That's phenomenal.
Shorten the top here. Bring down.
I've been
the
good,
bottom.
bro. Been in the slums a little bit.
Oh yeah?
Just with a little bit. Dude. Just yeah. I don't know. It's the same routine every day. You know what I mean? You work, come home. If it's nice out, go and do stuff outside, like work. But if not, then you're inside.
Yeah.
Kind of been not hanging out with as many people as I want to be. I try to see Matt and Chris as much as possible, but
yeah. Even though you had some Chris slander lately on the pod.
Yeah, by seeing Chris and Matt, I mean Matt and Jess.
Mostly Matt.
Yeah.
Word.
I know Chris probably doesn't listen to this, so fuck you, bro.
Bro, that's another thing too. Speaking of like Will, Slates fucking asked me earlier. He was like, "How come you don't listen to Will's podcast?" And obviously I do. I just don't listen to every episode. He was like, "You think he listens to every one of yours?" I was like, "I doubt it. There's fucking 47 episodes." Like,
yeah.
And it just made me think again. Like, it's just how long we've been doing this already, almost for a year, and season one's coming down to a close.
Speaking of Will, I imagine he hit you up. He hit me up the other day. He's starting to do like guests and stuff on his podcast.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, I definitely want to be on it, but by the sounds of it, he usually tries to do it between like 2 and 4.
Yeah,
I get out at 3:30.
Me and him are doing we're recording our episode next week, like next Tuesday at 3 p.m. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing podcast all day on Tuesday next week.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, super pumped. I am really excited because it'll be like more. I don't know. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I told him. I don't know, dude. I usually work till 3:30, so he said we'll try to figure it out, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be feasible.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he would have.
Hopefully, I mean, I want to be on it, so
he would have to record it later in order for you to be on it. That's the only good thing about. Excuse me. We being on Tuesday, or me being off on Tuesday, we can do it any time of the day during Tuesday. So I'm pretty excited for that. Other than that, my week's been okay. Haven't really done too much. Haley's cousin and sister were in town like all week last week, and they left yesterday like afternoon while I was at work. It was good. It was good to see them. It was just fun having them in town. But now I don't think we have anybody coming until my parents. So other than that, I mean, and I tried. I put it on my Snap story. Peg leg porkers, bro. That's probably some of the best barbecue I've ever had. I made a fucking banger pork loin this weekend. It was fucking fire. Made some pork tendy sandwiches. Oh my god, it's so good. Fucking delectable.
Eating like a damn king down there.
Yeah, I'm just diving into this whole barbecue thing and just trying to make like a whole thing. Just trying to make it a business. But outside of that, you mentioned that we were talking about the Minnesota thing earlier prior to the podcast. And you mentioned that you had a revelation in accordance to ever having to travel that far again.
Yeah, I mean, me and you talked, I think once about it only, but
yeah,
I'm going to try to catch a flight and come down and see you guys. I kind of want to try like first week of November or something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of around that area.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, for everyone listening, we haven't really talked about like fears or anything like that.
Yeah.
I guess with roller coasters a little bit, but I don't know if I can fly, bro.
It's not that bad, man. Though. Like you said, you have flown on a personal plane before. Like that shit sucks because it's so small. Like every fucking little bit of wind, you're fucking Like, you got to be good to fly those planes. It's kind of like the difference between cruise ship and just going out on the lake, you know? Like, cruise ship, yeah, you'll feel it, but not that bad. It's the same situation. If you're on a fucking jet airliner, you're not going to feel it.
Yeah, and when I went up on that personal plane, he was just doing wild shit. Like, he went straight up, and I was like, oh my God, like, this
I'm
is
going to
it.
die.
This
Yep.
is it.
Yeah, and see, like, that's what I don't fuck with. Like, I don't want to hop on a boat and, like, you can't see fucking shit.
And for my first time, that probably wasn't the smartest decision I've made.
Jake actually sent me a snap the other day. It was actually like a week or two ago now of him driving the boat. All his friends are on it, and it's night, like it's dark. It's 9:00, and I mean you just have like the safety lights on, and you can't see shit. Like it's fucking black. It's like
Really?
you have like the GPS like guiding you, like and what's around you and all that type of shit. But fuck that. I'm out. Like it's too dark. I don't trust anybody like that.
No.
That shit's fucking unreal.
Dude, it's kind of weird that we're talking about this now. So I've been working in Pasico, well, Speculator, Pasico area,
Yeah.
and we just got done with this house, and so the owner of the house was an older guy, and his son was a pilot, or he is a pilot for JetBlue, I think it was JetBlue Airlines or something.
Gotcha.
So, him and my boss are going back and forth talking, and I was like, just out of curiosity, I'm asking for a friend. What kind of advice would you give for someone that's a bit hesitant to get on a plane? All I said was like, you're like 80% more safe or something like that rather than cars.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah,
he
but
was like,
also like you're way less likely to get into a crash for sure. But the likelihood that you survive said crash is way lower than if you get in a car crash.
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
Your
And
survival rate of an accident is slim to none.
yeah, he was just like, then I told him about the personal plane experience that I had, and he was like, yeah, you would be completely fine then. Like, if you did that and survived it, you'll be okay. I was like, all right. But throughout the day, like, I'm going back and forth. Like, dude, let me just get on a plane. Like, I'm just gonna do it. And then I'm like, yeah, but as soon as that fucker takes off, like, you are strapped.
Yeah,
Like, you're
it's kind of like when you're a kid and you're getting on your first roller coaster or a water slide, and you're like, yeah, no, I can do it. And you wait through the whole fucking line, and then you get in, and you're like, oh God, please no, God, let me off. Like you can't just get on the plane and then get the fuck off, or you're gonna cause a whole fucking scene.
right.
Fucking
So,
plane. I mean, I've only flown like 2 or 3 times, so it's not easy when I get on a plane. Like I'm still like, oh fuck this shit. Like it's still scary.
yeah,
You're still thousands of feet in the air. Like fuck that shit. Still scary as
like,
fuck.
that's crazy, bro. I'm actually gonna stop talking about
Fucking
it.
causing myself fucking anxiety. Bro, so update in the chat as to what we were talking about prior. Apparently, Slates is now banned on fucking Twitter because Will reported him on Twitter.
No way.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I love it. He goes, this man just declared a damn war. Holy shit, he's fucking done.
Declared a war,
I
bro.
fucking love this shit, dude.
Bro, I received a snap from Will earlier. He was kind of playing around with his kid.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dude, I sat there and watched that. I was like, wow, you have a fucking kid.
Yeah, dude, it hits me like every now and then. Like Anthony's about to have a kid in like 3 or 4 months. It's longer than
Really?
that. Yeah, it's like 4. It's like 4 or 5. It's crazy.
Good for you guys, but
I'm
that's
good right now.
GG's in
Yeah.
the chat,
Yeah,
you
like
know?
wrap it up.
Yeah, man.
Um,
God.
going off of just like random fucking shit. I'm like really excited for Madden this year, man. Like I don't think I've ever been more excited for Madden.
Just like the crossplay?
Yeah, man, because I mean, think about it. It was me, you, Matt, Chris, Jeff, Will, all in a Madden thing on Xbox. And then we went to PC, and then it was like me, Slates, Crub, Matt, Jake, all on PC too. And now we can just get everybody in one big fucking connected franchise, and I'm so fucking excited about that, bro.
So I actually asked Jeff about that too.
I know. I remember that. I was there for that.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Did
okay,
not go
good.
well.
Yeah.
Did not
For
go well.
2K, he was like probably not like for rec or all
Yeah.
that stuff. But he said he would buy Madden. He would be able to play Madden.
Oh, I thought he said he wasn't going to do it.
No, that was for 2K.
Oh. Yeah, see, 2K I can understand. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that, man. Your PC's finally, like, next gen. So I finally get, like, the precision passing and, like, all the cool fucking momentum shit is finally coming to us, which I'm really fucking excited for. And then...
Yeah.
What's the other thing too? Oh, like fantasy football, I'm fucking pumped for. We're gonna do like the big league again, and unlike Will's draft, so we are gonna do a draft lottery for his draft. We're actually gonna do it for ours, and we're trying to plan it out now because like the one with like me, you, TJ, and like a bunch of people, we're gonna do that. But we're gonna do a draft lottery where the people that came in like the top 5 or whatever don't get a pick, and then the rest of the league has a certain percentage or a certain amount of chances to get that top pick. And yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty excited for that stuff this year too. Actually, I told TJ. I past few years, bro, I haven't like paid attention to that. Like, I just had no. It wasn't that I didn't have interest, dude. It was just like I think it was being away up in Plattsburgh and trying to like find my footing, and then I started the dealership job. Like I was overwhelmed
Yeah.
with a lot of other stuff. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I
know.
think that's why I'm so excited for it is because like there's so much opportunity. One with Madden, obviously. Like I just feel like there's so much more to the game this year for me, as opposed to say the console player that's played that game for 2 years. I'm finally getting that experience, and then with Fantasy League, like there's just been so many shakeups this year.
When does that come out in August?
Madden.
Yeah.
So if you pre-order it, you can play it the 15th. If you don't pre-order it, it's the 18th of
Okay.
August.
All right.
So like, I think that's why I'm so excited for it.
So we're officially a month away.
I'm so excited for fantasy just because there's so many shakeups, so you don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, and the wide receiver game has changed. The running back game is fucking wild right now. Like there's top 5 running backs that are still available in free agency that haven't been picked up yet. Contract extensions that you don't know if somebody's going to play, which we talked about Saquon the other day. And it gets me fucking pumped, man. Like that's what I love about like the seasons, because teams that you think are going to be good aren't, teams that you think that are going to suck are actually going to be good. And I don't know. I'm so fucking excited for football to start because I mean, what's going on right now is just baseball, and All-Star break ended, so the next month is essentially you don't have to watch, you know what I mean? Like it's not going to matter. And then finally come the end of August, you're like, okay, football and baseball are going. Basketball season's getting ready to kick in, and you finally get that October baseball, and you're watching football, and the NBA season's starting, and NHL season's
Then it's
starting.
fall and it's
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah.
I'm fucking pumped, man. I'm so excited.
It's really like the best time of the year, bro.
I know. My favorite time of year is like August, September, October. And then
Yes.
my favorite time of year or favorite like season is Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, after Christmas, the snow can go, but I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite
Kane is
holiday.
a Christmas connoisseur.
I do love me a good Christmas. It really does excite me. And yeah, it just fucking, I don't know what about this season. It's got to be the fact that there's just been so many different like moves. The draft was exciting this year, in my opinion. I think a lot of teams got a lot better just from the draft, let alone free agency has been wild.
Yeah.
Um,
In terms of Madden, so who are we going to be able to have a franchise with?
well, everyone. So me, you, TJ, if he has Madden.
Yeah, he will.
Matt's gonna have it. Slate's brother Crub. I'm hoping Jake buys it. Will probably. Chris. Jeff. I mean, that right there is 10.
Yeah, that's
10.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
That'd be the most people we've ever had, like, just of us friends. Like, yeah, we've all been in full leagues before, but just of us friends is going to be wild. Matt said he's most excited for the Superstar mode because I don't know. I don't even know what the superstar mode is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You're most excited to play me in franchise. Come on, bro. Quit playing.
And like it's another thing, dude. It's like I have all these fucking stats from every time like we all had those connected leagues, and just to like have 10 people in that is like, yeah, man. There's so many people that like we're keeping records for, and it just the numbers get me excited, dude. It gets me so excited. I'm geeking because it's so simple, but like just keeping track of those stats, like yeah, it fucking doesn't mean anything, but it's fucking cool.
Yeah,
it's fucking cool.
It is cool.
Oh, he said you go through the combine and have meeting with owners to see where you get drafted, and then it's basically a career mode. That's kind of cool. So how are they going to execute the combine? Kind of like 2K? I think we've talked about this actually. Is it going to be kind of like 2K where you go through like that type of draft combine? Where you do like the fucking lads?
I haven't done that on Madden.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm asking Matt because he apparently is the guy that knows it. Will should not be allowed for being a bitch. Shut the fuck up, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he said like 40-yard dash, bench press, things like that. That's kind of cool.
That is pretty dope.
That gets me kind of excited, really. But yeah, we've done the connected franchises for a while. I can't remember when the first year we did it is. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now. This is about to fucking flashbang the shit out of me. Let's see here, bruv. Madden standings. So it doesn't tell me the first year we did it. Damn, I didn't keep track of the year. Guess I could just like go back and fucking guess. Because this past year wasn't the year we all did a connected franchise. So season 3 would have been Madden what? What's it?
21.
No, Madden 22 would have been the last one. It was me, Crub, Matt, Slates, and Jake. So Madden 22. Yeah. Madden 21 would have been the last one with all of us. And then the other one's Madden 20. So whatever years those were corresponding in. So I'm assuming this is probably because if this is 24 and 23, so 20 would have been 2019.
Yeah, that makes sense. I remember playing that with you. In the living room, we had our TVs right next to each other. That was nasty.
Madden 2019 or 20. Madden 20 in 2019. Madden 21 in 2020. Yeah, that makes sense. So then this would be 2021. Yep. We got it. Overall, all-time versus record versus everyone in the fucking Madden League, I'm 23-3.
Oh my God.
Yep. Smoking that pack, bro.
Smoking that pack.
Will beat me once. It was 22-23. I forgot about that. That's fucking insane. Hold up. Will was 1-3 against me, 2-2 versus you. Matt never played Will, and Jake never played Will. Oh, that was in season 1. Season 2, Matt had a rough year. Matt had a rough year in the verses, but he smoked Will both times. He beat you once. I remember that game, 73-31. That game was fucking hilarious.
Dude, I remember you sitting there. I could not believe
because it was a close game. It was like 31-24. You had the lead, and then Matt just fucking went off, 73-31.
I don't know how. Matt, like good stuff, good for you, bro. But I was so tight, I couldn't even believe it.
I played Matt 3 times. Damn, like a lot of his games are like similar scores, are 44-22, 48-27, 41-24. Like they're all like 40-20. That's fucking wild.
Talk about nostalgic vibes right now, man.
Literally, dude, I'm so excited. I can't fucking wait. I'm so fucking pumped, man.
I'll probably pre-order it on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, Madden's gonna be so fucking good this year, dude. It's just gonna be so good. There's no way it's not, right? Like, I can't believe I'm buying this much into it. But it has to be good, right? Has to be. I don't think I've ever really bought into it this much, but it has to be good, man. That's all
Well,
I
you
got.
said it before. It's gotta be great for you, like finally getting the next gen. But
That's
they're
what I
adding a
want.
couple different things, but it's gonna be the same game, and it's gonna be fucking cheese.
Yeah, but it's got to be better, right? 20,
I
20,
hope every year.
23, 23 was pretty bad. Like, 23 was better
Yes.
than 22. So, like, they did a little bit better, in my opinion, but 23 was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It still has to go up. Matt said he's got to keep his ints under 20. That's impossible for Matt.
Yeah. I
Because
feel like the goal should
we're
be 10.
going. See, we always did on all Madden, but then when Matt first joined the league, we bumped it down to all pro. And then when Matt started winning a decent amount against the computer, he bumped it up to all Madden, and then he couldn't fucking win. I get into the fuck it and chuck it mode. I want to beat the fuck out of Will and Madden. I don't know if you guys ever played. I'm not gonna bother looking right now because I got a different Google
Yeah.
Sheets up. But it's just the football season. I think is gonna be really good, and I think it's really the only hope that I have at winning a fucking championship in the next 2 years for any of my sports teams. Because the Red Sox aren't that great. We're not in last in our division, but we're not in the playoffs right now. It gets a little bit bummed out. You know, he haven't won in a couple years. I can't imagine how Will feels with the Yankees and the Panthers. I don't know who else he likes. Oh, the Nets, too.
That's
Got,
tough.
it's got to be rough.
That's tough that the Nets had like Kyrie, Harden, and KD and didn't
Yeah.
do a single thing.
Well, and I was talking about that, bro. Like, when I did
I don't think they
2014
won a
Madden roster,
playoff series.
I was just running 2014 Madden roster, and it's like Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and I was like, man, this team should have won a fucking Super Bowl, goddammit. And they just didn't. They didn't win a fucking bowl, and that's okay, but we're due, and we don't have the best team to do it right now.
Right.
However, I think Pickett in a couple years, there's a chance. I really
I
like
don't
Kenny
think he's
Pickett.
bad by any means.
Really like Kenny Pickett, but I don't know if he's going to be the
The
next
one.
fucking Big Ben or Terry Bradshaw or anything like that.
Yeah.
However, your quarterback situation is a little rough.
A little is a fucking. I appreciate you being kind, but
Again, we got into it on the phone the other day about Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. It's fucking stupid, man. Like, in no world, and I know it's not just Saquon, like Josh Jacobs and fucking Dalvin Cook and all them like didn't get contracts, but whatever's going on with the running back position right now is super fucked up. But there is no way that you fucking give Daniel Jones $40 million a year. And yes, it was his career year. It was his best year he's probably had ever, other than he scored more touchdowns. But the best QBR, the most yards he's ever thrown, the most completed passes, the most passes attempt, the best rushing season he's ever had, the most rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
I get it. But he only has proven himself one time. Give him a fucking franchise tag for one more year. Sign Saquon, 4 or 5 year deal, making 16 mil, whatever the fuck it may be. And then fucking sign Daniel Jones. Give Daniel Jones another year to fucking prove himself and run it. Like, what is so hard about that?
I don't know. So I saw a thing. No, this doesn't even like make sense. I read it. I was like, I understand what this post is saying, but the situation as a whole doesn't make sense. Someone said it was like, I don't know if it was Joe showing quotations or it was quotations of someone that said it, and they were like, we made sure to pay the most important position, which is the quarterback.
Which, like, that's a fair argument. Like, it's not that that's, like, just out of left field. A lot of people feel that way. You know what I mean? But when you have your franchise player, there's no argument that Saquon is not y'all's franchise player. Has been for years. Yes, he gets hurt. Okay. But how are you going to pay a quarterback that has never even eclipsed 3,000 yards before?
Well, plus, like, Barkley had a comeback season last year, too.
Yeah, like, how are you going to give a quarterback that's never thrown for 3,000 yards $40 million?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Jake, we're recording the podcast, buddy. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dude, I just got so like scared. I
Yeah,
was
like,
like, who is this?
I'm not sure why I just randomly joined it. But yeah, like
But yeah, I don't
it
know.
doesn't make sense. If the Steelers did that, it makes sense because Najee Harris is not like the franchise player. Like I would argue, like T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick,
Right.
like our defense is more, or maybe Cameron Hayward, like that's our guys. But and I can't. Oh, and that's another one, Tony Pollard too. Like
Yeah.
that also makes sense in my opinion for him not to get the contract and Dak to get a big contract a couple years ago. Like I don't
Even so, the
understand.
Cowboys are going all in on Pollard because they let Zeke go. So why would you not pay him?
I don't know. And I mean, there is the argument that you look at running backs over the last few years, like Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley and Melvin Gordon
Yeah.
and like guys that were going from their 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th year, 28th age year, like,
Yeah.
and they fall off or they get hurt. And yeah, like running backs are super replaceable, but I mean, you got to have a good running back. Like, look at Le'Veon Bell. When he left and went to the Jets, like, his career went downhill. You look at fucking Todd Gurley, got hurt. Career goes downhill, was never the same. Melvin Gordon takes games off, comes back, never was the same. Le'Veon Bell took a year off, was never the same. Does Saquon risk that and try and come back and have an off year again? Like,
I don't know. That's what makes me think he's gonna sit out.
but I don't think he can, man. Like, unless it, I don't think. I'm sorry. I guess this is just my point of view. I don't know. If you're a player, regardless of the position, I don't care. Even if you're a top 10 player at your position, top 5 player at your position, if you sit out a year, someone's replacing you. You don't get to walk out on this team. You don't get to walk out on the fucking league because you're better than anybody else.
Well, that and like, as a player, even if it is a franchise tag, it's still like you're getting paid.
Yeah, like it's a
Like
fair
you need
contract.
to do something.
The contract that the Giants offered Saquon, was it fair? Yes. Was it the contract he deserved? No. But it's a fair contract. There's a reason why it's the minimum. What's the franchise tag for running backs? 15 mil?
Yeah. So the franchise tag was like 10.2. Barkley wanted 16. We offered him 13, and he wouldn't take it.
Yeah, but it was 13 and it was multi-year and he was only guaranteed like 19 of it. And then the next what he wanted was I want to say he wanted a guarantee. He wanted 16 mil over the course of 2 or 3 years or whatever it was with a guaranteed of 22 to 30 or something like that, I think I read. And it's like if you take the franchise tag, that's all your money. You're guaranteed 10 mil. If they franchise you again next year, that's 20 mil. That's you being right near what you wanted to reach. But like I said, if you think you're that good enough to sit out, like go ahead. You're not welcome back here.
Right.
Like I understand you deserve your money, but someone's going to come along. Someone's going to have to be in that position. Matt Breida is a fine fucking running back.
Yeah, he would do just fine. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds.
I just can't imagine.
For sure.
And I know I'm not in their shoes, but all the running backs saying, hey, do away with the running back position if this is the case, like make it a different name or something like that, because if you're not going to look at us as the same as any other player, and it's like, first off, you're not looked at it as the same as any other player because you can't replace a fucking left tackle every week. You can't replace like a running back every week. Everybody understands that, but like there's a fucking line where the team thinks you're worth and what you think you're worth. And if no other team also sees that worth in you, you may need to like sit back and be like, okay, the teams are drawing the line at this is what fucking running backs are worth. Yeah, there's running backs out there that are getting paid more than you, but you also got to remember the NFL is trying to cut back on money too. Like there's caps for a reason, and certain players that they want to spend their fucking money on. And it may be sad to say, but the running back is probably the least desirable fucking playmaking position on the field.
Yeah, I agree.
You need a strong tight end to block and can catch in today's NFL. You need a fast fucking wide receiver, a big wide receiver, and a quarterback. Yes, you want a running back, but I would argue that you would need a quarterback and a wide receiver and a tight end before you need a running back.
And offensive line.
And that's I'm not trying to diminish the position because it's super important. Like guys like Derrick Henry and guys like fucking Saquon Barkley are game changing at their position. They altered the course of the game. They lead that team. Najee Harris, I would argue the same thing. He can alter the course of that game. But then you got guys like, and this is my personal opinion, Tony Pollard is overrated in my opinion. Not necessarily massive generational talent. I wouldn't necessarily say generational talent, but like those are guys that can still lead the fucking team.
Yeah.
But you can put anybody in that spot, any backup running back, and they're still going to make that catch. They're gonna make the check down. They're gonna get you 2 or 3 yards. Not every time, but obviously teams and franchises are willing to risk that. If you're willing to let Saquon Barkley go to have Matt Breida be your running back.
Yep.
And they're not letting him go. It's just a franchise tag. He thinks he's worth more than that, which...
They probably just want 2 good back-to-back seasons because he hasn't had that yet.
Yeah, but neither has Daniel Jones.
Right.
So like to me, that's not an argument because you have a guy that hasn't... Yes, he's been consistent, but has been consistently mediocre. Like he had 1 20-touchdown season. It was his first year. Hasn't hit it since. In fact, he's almost been a 1-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio until this past year. Has not hit 3,000 yards. Finally had his breakout year in pass attempts, completions, QBR, and completion percentage. But you have a guy that, yes, he's been hurt a couple times, but he's been there through fucking everything. Has stuck with you.
You've used him 90% of your snaps.
Get him a check, man. Like, get him a check. That's the thing that's different about about him not getting paid than, say, Tony Pollard or Dalvin Cook. Like, yes, they're franchise running backs. They are RB1s on every team in this league. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Saquon has been through the Giants bullshit. He's been in that locker room through fucking everything. He's the only guy that's been there through it all.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard hasn't. Dalvin Cook hasn't.
Right.
Josh
and
Jacobs
those teams
hasn't.
have weapons that they can throw to.
That's what I mean.
Like the amount of checkdowns and screens and
just that's
why I told you before. Like whatever, like give him the money.
Yeah,
give it to him, and don't look back.
If you give him 16, 17 million, 3 or 4 years, if he gets hurt, oh shit, that fucking sucks. Or give him a 2-year contract and be like, hey man, we got to judge your health. How many years you have longevity wise? Like how many more years can you do this? Let's give you a 2 to 3 year contract at 16 mil a year with 55 or 60% of it guaranteed. Yeah. Great. Franchise tag Daniel Jones. Let him prove himself because if he doesn't, either draft somebody else or pick up a good backup or trade for somebody that can get you through a year, trade for a veteran or sign a veteran fucking free agent, then draft somebody the following year, let it be a 1-year fucking play-in, and then that rookie starts. Like, there's so many ways that this has been a by-the-book, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, that every franchise has fucking done. And the Giants are like, no, we're going to do it different this time.
Well, something that I just thought about, too, like we talked about the running backs being more, I don't want to say more replaceable, but you have people like Matt Breida as a backup, right?
Yeah.
Our backup quarterback,
I couldn't even tell you his name.
I don't even know who it is, and I know he's bad. So, in terms of injuries for both Saquon and Jones, if Jones gets hurt, you just paid him $40 million. If Saquon gets hurt, you paid him $16 million, and you have a good backup.
Yeah. Like I said, in the point of view of every other, maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid thinking this, but I feel like every other franchise would have been like, let's pay our franchise player. Daniel Jones will understand.
Right.
Put him on a franchise tag. It's the franchise player.
Dude, I saw Jones wanted more money.
Yeah, he wanted like 46 or something like that, didn't he? Or like 50 mil. Like, if Daniel Jones doesn't understand, like, we need to keep our franchise player for the fans, for him, for our clubhouse, like,
yeah, have Jones take a little bit less money.
Not even take less money. Take a franchise tag, prove yourself, get your contract next year. It doesn't even have to be a prove yourself. It can be a, hey, take the franchise tag. We're going to give the money to him. Next year's your year.
Right.
If you don't fucking prove yourself, you don't prove it. But the ownership has to know that. He has to know that. How is that not the play you make?
It doesn't make sense, so I don't know what's going on.
It's wild to me, man. I could talk about this for hours because unless I'm just stupid and no other franchise would have done the same thing, but go into that, man. Like, that has to be a discussion that they were like, well, why don't we just, like, it's going to make the clubhouse way better or the fucking locker room way better. There's morale. He's the leader of this fucking team. He's been here forever. The players are going to feel more confident. He's going to feel more confident. Daniel Jones should have been able to understand, hey, give me the franchise tag of, I'm sure it's probably 20 fucking million for a quarterback for a year and be like, hey, next year's my year, man. We go out there, we perform, we make the playoffs. I pass for 3,000 yards, go 20-10 or 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. I got my contract.
For gold.
They're willing to pay me right now this is what they're offering me right now. I'll do it. I'm going to go out there, do my fucking job, get the fucking contract, and instead he'd fucking takes the money from the person that deserved it the most.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know.
Because to me, those little things matter. I would have rather had Saquon paid, let him fucking walk, and picked anybody else up.
Yeah. There's
other quarterbacks out there.
Right.
If he doesn't feel that Saquon should have gotten the money over him, and I'm all about getting your bag, man, don't get me wrong, but as a player, he has to know that. He has to know that before this contract, because now this contract calls into, well, that means Daniel Jones is our franchise player. Like, that's who they want over me. Daniel Jones had to have known, like, Saquon's the franchise player, and now the table's turned, and Saquon's like, man, I've given my all to this franchise, said I wanted to retire here, done everything that I can publicly, privately, on the field, off the field, and they still won't fucking pay me. And they go out and pay this fucking kid from Duke that has never fucking proven himself.
It's going to be a fun season.
Yeah. I think you guys are going to do okay. I think you guys make the playoffs again. I mean, I feel like the Eagles are getting too old. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I don't know their age, but I mean, outside of quarterback,
they're an old team for
outside of quarterback, their O-line seems ancient. Their defense seems ancient. Could be wrong. I don't pay attention to the NFC that much. Commanders are going to be okay. Cowboys are the Cowboys. So I don't think they win their division, but I think they can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I didn't mean to fucking rant about Saquon that long, but
yeah, no, that was. For people who aren't interested in sports, we apologize, but it's big for us. So.
It's coming. Football season's coming. Sports is dry right now, so this is exciting news. We're fucking pumped. But if you don't have anything else to talk about, buddy, we can wrap this up.
Yeah, we can wrap it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the 2 Kill Time podcast. We appreciate y'all so much listening week in and week out. For all our new listeners out there, again, this is live recorded on Twitch, and then we post on Spotify, podcast or Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. If you guys like this podcast episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel, as well as leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Later.